Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Nice to be back. I think I missed yesterday because some of my flow got me taken away into different creative activities. So time escaped me, and I've totally forgot to come on yesterday. But I'm on today. Oops. And we'll see how many people want to join in on here. And if you're on, say a hi. I'll wait a few seconds and just kind of walk around a little bit, feel the energy. Anyone else having a bumpy day, having a smooth day? Hey Charlotte, nice to see you. How you doing from yesterday, from our jam session yesterday, Charlotte? Hi Ravi. Thanks for joining. We're back at the park, ready for some new messages. Is my camera dark or is that just flowing? Yeah. Do I look dark or is that just my phone being weird? Huh. Well, I guess it's okay. Hi Maria, Charlotte, Dennis, Maria. Kelly, I'm sick, fever and full on body aches. Ooh, sounds like you're clearing some big stuff, ready for a rebirth. What does it feel like for you? What is it? What are you clearing? What does it feel like you're transforming right now? What are you letting go? Or is it just the universe's sign for slowing down? So sometimes we get sick because we're going a little too fast and the universe has to slow us down to make us realign to our desire. Ravi, it's the brightness from the day behind you, but you're not dark. Okay, good. Hey Lane, how you doing? Nice to have you on. I'm gonna practice keeping a little bit farther, a little more exercise in the arm. So anyone interested in a message, or I can just channel a general message for everything? Kelly, I had a run with my ex, think I'm letting go. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Much better than when we first spoke. Good, Lane. Nice to hear that. I'm trying to remember, Lane, what was the thing that we helped you with? I totally forgot. It's like doing more and more of these, I can see that that it just gets lost in the memory bank there. But I'll just channel you a message, sure. Lane. Yeah, Lane, you're on the right track from what we talked about, and there might be a few more bumps in the road, but they're right. Felt stuck. Yeah, there might be a few more, how do I say it? A few more glitches on the way, but the more that you can stay in touch with your presence, the more that you are clear on who you really are as the creator of your reality, and the more that you practice that awareness that is shifting you away from the personal story and into the more eternal nature of who you really are, the more momentum you'll be able to build, the more in the flow that you'll be. Ravi. Ravi, is there like a little bit of noise that's bothering you? A noise or like a feeling of disconnection? Like the more that I'm tuning in, and the message that I'm getting is you want to do, what is this? What I'm getting, Ravi, is like grounding practice. Is there a lot of things that you're thinking about? Maybe a lot of things on your mind. A lot of detail work. Is that is that what you're getting, Ravi? Because I think the more that you can work on disidentifying with the mind and grounding into your heart, the more clear things will get. The more fresh things will get. The more new things will feel. And with that clarity, you'll actually start to like immerse more in your nature, and things will start to get a lot easier. Let's see if yes, good. Hopefully that helps. Did I miss one? Okay. Charlotte. Yeah, the fire that I felt yesterday from our Quantum Jam session, you are on an amazing track, Charlotte. The more that you follow the excitement, follow the passion, and follow the game-changing, I don't care what the past says. I don't care what medicine says. I don't care what science says. Fuck that. Like, the more that you play with how much of a rule breaker you are, how much of a paradigm shatterer you are, how much of a like fucking outside the box visionary genius that you are to have the talent that you have, just play with that. Like, that's all you need. Yeah. Woo. Maria, message for Maria João Pinto Colo. Where are you from, Maria? What's that? What's that last name or middle name? Maria. Maria, the first thing that popped up for me was dancing. Are you a dancer, or do you like dancing? Have you not done dancing, but you really love it? There's something about dancing with you, Maria, that that is really going to open things up. Does Maria already dance? What am I getting? It's like, if there is some sort of struggle in your life that is not flowing, then apply your theories of dance to it, and listen to these things in a different way. Listen to these messages that you're getting with your circumstances more like a dance. How are you dancing with the universe, even when it gives you problems, even when it gives you struggles or money problems, and you just can't quite see how it all fits? The more that you can see and adjust your time relativity, adjust your pacing to start to see what kind of dance you're being called into, because sometimes our life circumstances are calling us to go a little bit faster, and sometimes our life circumstances are calling us to go a little bit slower. And when we've been accustomed to one for so long, sometimes the universe has to use circumstances in a way to get us to slow down and feel a different rhythm with life and feel a different relativity. Yeah, and then I just saw you put freedom here. That's it. That's it. Dancing is your key to freedom. Once you find your dance, and it doesn't have to be any name that we have in society for the type of dance that you feel, but it's that the universe, the sound and flow of the universe, the waves are dancing with us. And if we're not listening, if we're not tuned in, we miss the fun. We miss the rhythm. And it's constantly ebbing and flowing in different speeds and different accelerations, different momentums. And it's not always going to be the same. And the more that you can improvise, the more that you could be spontaneous with that dance, the more you'll feel free from all circumstances and free from any perceived struggle, any perceived problem in problem consciousness. Hi, Leslie. Thanks for the hearts. I'm wondering when things will start to get easier, specifically financially. Kelly, that is a good question. You know, I want to say, Kelly, that we're in an interesting time, Kelly. There is a shift happening, and a lot of us, and I'm guessing because you're in this group, we're all a little bit more spiritually awakened. And so it's not like and I'm going to guess that we have an awareness of poverty consciousness versus abundance consciousness. But even if we have this awareness of abundance consciousness, there's still this money piece that is a bane in our existence, it seems like. But I will liken what I said before of like problem consciousness versus miracle consciousness, and this new speed that we're being called into. Let me try to explain this, because it's something that I've been dealing with a little bit, and a few clients as well. Is there are some of us that are not in the same game as this 3D reality tries to paint as the only game in town. And let me see if I can try to explain this. This is coming through now. There are some of us at the forefront of what it means, or the forefront of a future society that knows the abundance of resources that the universe is providing, that abundance mentality. And the way I kind of bridge this is the Star Trek universe, this like future utopia. There's no money anymore. And because if you can replicate anything, any resource that you need, you can replicate, the idea of money falls away, but what's replaced by it is passion. That is how people work. That's how they serve. That's their purpose. And that's how the society functions, is by people's passion for themselves and for the greater good. And I feel like there's a lot of us, especially those with money, quote unquote, problems, that are just part of this new understanding about what money is, that we're not in the game of trying to accrue it just to accrue it for security and safety, because the more that you're not a part of the survival of the fittest paradigm, the more that the idea of like money as your supply falls away. And I don't know if this is making sense, because this is just like coming through right now, but the more that you can get out of problem consciousness, Kelly, you'll start to see that you're being called into a much slower pace. And I'm not saying that there's still could be money blocks or ways of looking at it like that if that resonates for you. But if you feel like you've been doing a lot of the work and you know who you are, there is this understanding that you are being provided for when you need it. That is more closer to abundance. And the more that you can like trust that, the more that you can see that the presence of you is your infinite supply, and that's the source of everything, the more that you can start to open up to redefining what money means to you, and not looking at the financial situation as a problem, but as a way to realign with a more with a less time-based existence. And it's a total paradigm shift. It's a total old structure, new structure type of thing. And it's going to take time for it to start to generate the new things that you want. But what you're actually being called into is to not see with as much future and not see with as much past, to where you're so in the moment, so in the pocket. That's where I feel like we're being brought into, that the idea of any problems existing doesn't actually resonate with who you know yourself to be as an infinite being. And I know that was a lot, and that was just a big channel, but we'll see if there's any questions. I haven't seen down here yet. Let me scroll down. Okay. Yeah, hopefully that helps. Hi, Jacqueline. I'm still working my way down. That one took a while. Good, Ravi. So Jacqueline, hi, Jacqueline. Freedom. Freedom for Jacqueline. Jacqueline, you have a lot of power. You know how powerful you are. You're starting to flourish your power, but there's still something holding you back. There's still a leash. There's still a leash that is either around your neck or your hand, and it's holding back you from actually being visible with that power or using it. It's like, you want to go forward, but you're getting tugged back somehow by this leash. And if I were to tune into this, the first thing that came up was, mother or father or something generational in the family dynamic of someone got hurt because they put themselves out there too much, and they started to put a lot of guilt and shame around that, and that passed down onto you about like, don't get too big or else you're going to get hurt, or else something's going to hurt you. And the more that you can figure out who you're pleasing by honoring that leash, by still allowing yourself to be leashed, the more that you'll figure out where that is so that you can unlatch it and then be your powerful self, Jacqueline. Lane, thanks, good. I'm in Aries and can handle the glitches. Glad to hear I'm on the right track since clearing some things during our last chat. Good. The sounds are amazing. One of my guides, the Raven Crow. Hi, Rhonda. Ravi, a lot on my mind and lots of detail. That's very cool. Thank you. Yeah, Ravi, there's a crow right there. Yeah. Ravi, be willing to trust your forgetting. Trust in your forgetting. Because when we have a mind with a lot, we think that we have to remember, like when an idea comes up, we think we have to remember it or write it down. Like, I would experiment with allowing it to just go away, forget about it, and see if it comes back when it needs to come back. That's what really helped me. Is the metaphor, the cream rises to the top. So you forget, so you were just consciously just like, I'm gonna forget that, and if it comes back, it's meant to come back. And that's your sign of what the genius is. That's what your sign of like the genius things that are that keep coming back. Lane, I'm thinking more and more each day I need to get back into music, which is exciting and scary. Do it. Charlotte, yes, had to look at the money paradigm after our call, like my worth and super undercharging for my gifts. Yes, yes. Felicia, hi Felicia, thanks for popping on again. That was a lot. Oh, from my money channel there. That was a lot. I got it. I tuned in just the right time. Loved hearing messages for others that resonate with me as well. Good. Hi, Patricia. Oh, Kelly, the honorable and our fair leader, Kelly, is on. Is she still on? Tanesha Prince, healing. Tanesha, I felt something in my heart, chest area. It's not as serious. It's not as serious as you think it is. You're allowed to tell a new story. And you don't need to keep looking back. You don't need to keep carrying that time with you. And the more that you desire not to hang on, the more that you can understand that the thing that's trying to hang on is an old version of yourself. And whew, you're completely brand new, Tanesha. You're completely brand new when you are clear that it is the healing that you want. We're told to carry things in a certain way, to remember things in a certain way, and that the way that we remember it is the only possibility. But the more that you can entertain new possibilities, see things from different vantage points, different angles, different scopes, different relativities, different dimensions, the more you'll see how flimsy and uninteresting the pain actually is. I hope that helps, Tanisha. Cut off a lot of toxic people in my life, yeah. You're just, Tanisha, making space. Hi, Felicia. What is it that I need to be able to manifest money for myself? A stable income. I know I need to stop looking at the lack. There's something else, though. What is your definition of stability, Felicia? I think I saw you like my post on my page today about stability is not rooted from our life story. And Felicia, I'm getting getting the message that you might need more structure. If more money is actually your desire, because that's what I really want you to tune into, is money and a stable income the thing that you actually need. Because then you're defining your stability. Then you're defining your stability based on finance. You're defining your stability based on money. You're defining stability based off of the money story. And that's just not going to provide you with the thing that you actually desire. And the more that you can tune into what do you really desire, I think the more, like, and if money's still there, then it's just about service. How can you provide service? How can you transform things? And what are you selling? And what is the fear in the way of seeing the intuitive action, the inspired action? And that's why I say structure, because I don't know much about what you do yet, but I'm assuming that you have a healing gift of some sort, a transformative spiritual gift of some sort. And so it just becomes about what do you want to charge for it? Because I can give you two sides here. the emotional side, which is just to be in the imagination of your abundance and looking at your presence as your source, and the source of your abundance is your presence. And so thus that is infinite and constant and stable and rich, lavish. It's what's creating all of this, right? And there's that side. But if that's not actually like clicking with you yet, then you need more business structure. You need to find out who are your clients, who do you want to work with, what are you providing them, what's the transformation, and just get into the nitty-gritty strategy of your business. Because your business is an energetic extension of your own energy. And so your business consciousness, like the consciousness of your business, is like an entity that you are in collaboration with. And so the more that you listen to it, of like, hey business, what should I do today for you? Then it will give you the ideas that you need in order to take the action of generating the funds. And that is if you want to be consciously focused on making money. But again, there's all dimensions of ways in order to be in a place to receive from the universe on all levels, while not actually focusing on business too, just being in a place of miracle consciousness where you know that the universe is taking care of you, and so thus there is no problem because you know your presence and you are presence, and you're breathing right now, and you're on a Wi-Fi with me right now, you're on a phone, you're on a laptop, and you're here. And the more that you can see the day one presence of you're taken care of right now, it might your mind might not get the might not get the satisfaction of future survival, but that's just because we've left that paradigm of survival of the fittest equals future guarantee. We're being asked to step into, this is a connection with the previous channel that I did today, is we're losing our survival mentality that the future is our security, that the future survival is our security, the future lifestyle is our security. And so yes, when we can't see the future the way we used to in a linear way, it's hard to trust anymore. But when you can trust the presence, then you know how taken care of you are, because you're here right now. You're here right now, and without the time, the breath in and out, abundance is right here. Do you see that? But again, if that spiritual side, the energetic spiritual side, is not enough for you, and you do still want to subscribe to the old paradigm way of like, I'm not a success until I have stable income. I'm not a success until I can guarantee my future survival a month down the line, 2 months down the line, a year down the line, 10 years down the line, 50 years down the line, then you're going to need more structure. You're going to need more strategy. You're going to need more action, tangible action, to bring in the clients that you want to work with and charge your value. Ooh. Hi, Amy. Amy Gross. Healing, please, if you wouldn't mind. Thank you. All right. Amy, I'm getting shame. Are you in the process of healing some shame right now, or have you not uncovered that stuff yet? There's still some unconscious shame, lower chakras. The shame of there's a lot of confusion, perhaps a bit of a bit of confusion about whether or not you're allowed to use your sexual energy, your sexual gratification to further your own desire, to further your own life, to further your own business dream. Whether you're allowed to use that part of yourself for gain. And a lot of like old beliefs about whether or not that is allowed, or whether you have permission to transmute this shame into something that is your power. So I would say you're allowed to, and work on seeing how the shame was passed down through your generations, through your family, and what you unconsciously took on empath-wise from your parents and your DNA, because it's going to hold you back. But the more that you can like transmute it into power, you'll be doing a lot of service to yourself and your collective. Yep, Holly, back at the park. Holly, what's up on Mastery today, as the police go? Holly. Mastery is all about fine-tunement. The more that you can see the patterns, the more that you can see the circle you're in, the more that you can see that we're going around in a circle and that old things are going to pop up constantly. And if you're not aware of the pattern, if you're not aware that you're on a constant fine-tuning awareness of these things, you're going to get overtaken. But the whole idea of mastery is that you're aware of these patterns on a whole new level, and so you don't have to let these triggers bind you. You don't have to let these triggers overtake you and make you second guess your truth, or you're just totally aware that even if the triggers overtake you, that you see the temporal nature of it, and that is not who you are, and it's temporary, and that's what mastery is all about, is just this fine-tuned understanding about who you are compared to the old paradigm of being a person in reality. And it's a paradox, but as a master and having a new, like, as we enter this quantum imagination, you'll be able to process these paradoxes with great proficiency and see the magic and why it's designed this way, and have a inner space that is not clouded by these old structures that make you think that you're actually in linear time anymore. Felicia, wow, that resonated so well. I was just having a conversation about charging for my gifts with my boyfriend. Yeah. Just do it. Charge. Like, start low if you need to, but just put it out there. Like, I'm offering this, and this, an hour long, and the price is this. Who's interested? You'll get this transformation. Holly, yeah, deep thoughts. You asked for mastery. That's where it gets deep. Hi, Lauren. Also, I see your avatar there. That is an awesome afro, if that is or a hat. I can't tell, Lauren. If that's an afro, then that is amazing. Or it might be a hat. I can't tell. Anyways, Lauren, Lauren, you've got a lot of fun. You're a lot of fun. Your energy is a lot of fun. And things are going pretty easy. Things are going pretty easy, and that's why you're asking for the mastery, is because you're looking for something even more fine-tuned, something even more precise of a something more juicy, something more potent here. Ooh, I like this. Lauren, we're gonna need to chat. I love this. It sounds like you are definitely at the forefront of something. Or do you... Ooh. So Lauren, I get that you are just about actually... Ooh. You're just about seeing your vision. You're just on the cusp of seeing a very grand vision for your dream life. Something that is much bigger than you. Something that has previously been quite overwhelming that you haven't approached before. And so yeah, you've been having fun, you've been being in a little bit of a comfort zone, but you do have a spiritual development, a human development going on, and you're looking for that next thing that will take you to the next level of your mastery, and that is quantum. And that's why I think we should talk after this, Lauren, is because you want the upgrade. You want the upgrade faster than most people, and because you won't be able to process that huge vision unless your software, hardware can handle quantum speeds and quantum data, because it's a lot. When you talk about the vision that you have, if you process this through binary, it's going to overload the circuits, and it's going to blow up the software. It can't handle this multidimensional vision. So yeah, I want to show you some things, Lauren. I want to show you some things. Let's chat after this. You're welcome, Patricia. Felicia. And there is an old paradigm that I guess in working through, because if I'm not out in the workforce working, I don't feel satisfied with life. I don't feel like I'm actually contributing. So I feel like I have no control, and I've been mean and jaded, and it feels like I need to bust away from this life and everybody and go monk mode or something. So Felicia, you're on it, right? Like, that is old paradigm. Like, if I'm not doing something physical, then I'm not contributing to this society. But that's not true. Your presence is your contribution. Your presence is your contribution, and it's huge. Your presence is vital to this planet. Your presence is a role, and the more that you'll figure this out, but your presence is the contribution, and the more that you seep into that, the more naturally you'll find your role. The puzzle piece that you fit for other people. Thank you. It is an Afro. Awesome. Yeah, Lauren, I hope that that resonated, because it got me excited for sure. I'm eager to find out what you do. That Afro is amazing. Yeah, does that help, Felicia? Yeah, cool. I see some thumbs up. So I finally made it to the end, and oops. Yeah. All right, guys. Unless anyone else pops on at the last second here, My name is Jeremy Lastman. I put my Calendly booking link in the description if you guys want to book sessions with me. I've got various offerings from the low to the high, and just depends on what you want. Yeah. That helps a bunch. Another paradigm I have is that I don't feel right for charging for my gifts. That's just guilt and shame, Felicia. How can I give you a quick... The physical reality, Felicia, is made up of circulation. It's circulation of money, because energy has to be circulated. When we don't circulate energy, it gets stuck and it becomes poisonous. And it is actually a gift to exchange and see value tangibly. And so the more that you can get rid of that shame and guilt and actually see how much of a service to others you do by charging a lot for your gifts, the more that you'll feel the excitement and see the service that you're offering, because otherwise your service doesn't have as much value if you don't value it yourself. I hope that helps. All right, guys, I'll be on maybe next week, or I'll be on next week. I'll see you guys later. Bye.